Your officials for today's contest are Dan Carnahan, Max Schmelter, and Dave Gershwich. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important part in this friendly interscholastic basketball game. Gentlemen, welcome to Hicksville. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Edon Bombers. A 5'6" junior, number 10, Corinne Towers. 5'7" senior, number 14, Sydney Bignell. 5'7" senior, number 22, Paige Briner. 5'5" sophomore, number 23, Emma Hickman. And a 5'6" junior, number 32, Carly Keith. The Bombers are coached by Kayla Walker, Tasha Libbensparger, and Paula Fry. And now, introducing the starting lineup for your own Hicksville Aces. A 5'10" junior, number 3, Avery Slattery. A 5'4" junior, number 12, Izzy Smith. 5'9" sophomore, number 13, Lindsay Bergman. 5'10" sophomore, number 15, Molly Kroll. And a 5'7" senior, number 25, Kelsey Monroe. Your aces are coached by Josh Fries, Bob Leatherhead, Clark Zartman, Ryan Miser, and Natalie Brisky.
Well, welcome back to the Red Zone. As now we've had the introduction of players and the national anthem, and we are ready to get things underway. The Aces and the Bombers set to jump center circle. It's Molly Kroll and Paige Briner. Kroll controls the tip. We're underway with the play-by-play. Jim Seiler.
Yes, we're off to running. Avery Slattery with the ball to Molly Kroll. Inside it goes to Lindsay Bergman, and she gets the deflected shot back. It's out to Kroll, bring it around to Avery Slattery. In the corner to Izzy Smith, inside to Bergman, and she puts it up and on the glass for 2 points.
That'll give the Lady Aces an early 2-0 lead. Bill Murphy here with you from Hicksville Community Television, and Jim Seiler alongside Chris Warner running the camera. Glad to have you with us for this varsity contest.
And that young lady may be a dominating force in this game. Her father used to be the ladies' coach at Edon, and he was a good athlete at Montpelier. So,
Carly Keese.
She looks like she can handle the ball pretty well.
Save it. Oh, man. That's one of those ones, there's nothing you can do. It's either an over and back or let it go out of bounds. Either way,
right.
You're turning the ball over.
Yep. If she wouldn't have dribbled it off her toe, she'd have saved it too.
Yep, that's Paige Briner.
Oh, way back. Slattery. Out by the mid-court line. Have to get her. Boom. Wow. What a blast from the back. Number.
I think that'll be Ms. Briner again.
22.
Number 22. Paige Briner, her first, things first.
And
team foul number 1, and Kennedy Phillips will check in for the Lady Aces. And she will spell Avery Slattery. 2-2, our score.
Monroe to inbound it.
Nothing doing there.
Nope. That was quickly deflected. Gets it into Kroll, and down low it goes to Bergman, and she is fouled on the shot. 24.
That'll be Brianna Hines. Or is it Heinze?
Probably Heinze.
Heinze.
Number 24, Brianna. Heinze, first.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
good.
With the free throw.
Makes it a 3-2 game.
And it's 4-2.
Number 3, Avery Slattery.
Aces with the lead.
Avery's back into the game, and Bergman comes out. Up the side. Comes Towers. She traveled, so it'll turn it over to Hicksville. Ball into the corner to Monroe.
Oh,
Bingo.
three-pointer, Kelsey Monroe.
Yes, sir.
Makes it a 7-2 game.
It's Keese from outside, too long. And, oh, nice move. Nice move.
That got the handshake from the coach,
Yeah.
Izzy Smith.
Deflected it off of the Edon player. So, a little bit of press put on by Edon. Get the ball into the middle. Ooh. Don't do it up there. Get it into the middle. Izzy, baseline, bad pass to Towers. Across to Keese. Round in the corner. It's Brigner. Sydney Brigner to Keese. Keese put up a runner, no good. Rebound is jump ball. Going to stay at Edon. In.
Number 13, Lindsey Bergman into the game.
Bergman into the game. Izzy Smith coming out.
Also number 22, Macy
And Macy Eicher, number 22 in
for Monroe. Yeah. Towers out to Brigner. Keese. Brigner. Keese on the show. Heinze in the corner to Towers. Back to Keese. Oh, too hard. Is off Bergman, out of bounds.
Number 34, Allison Kaler into the game for the Bombers.
So into the game for the Bombers, Allison Kaler.
Allison and Ashley Kaler, her sister, both on the team.
5'6" juniors.
Nice pass.
Up and good.
Pass by Allison Kaler.
That makes it a 7-4 game. Cuts the Lady Aces lead to 3.
Kennedy Phillips across to Avery. To Marcy Eicher. To Molly Crawl.
Three-pointer, Molly Crawl.
Keese holding the ball, and he's going to get fouled by Bergman, who reached around and slapped her on the arm.
Lindsey Bergman, her first, team's first.
So that'll be team foul number 1 for the Lady Aces. Macy Eicher guarding the inbounds pass. They get it in.
Towers to Keese. Edon wants to run the back baseline. Towers, Brigner to Keese. Towers shut off again. Oh, ball stolen away by Crawl. And we have a Hicksville timeout.
Timeout Hicksville, that's their first.
30 seconds by Coach Freeze.
Josh Freeze, yeah. 3:49, so just past the halfway point of quarter number 1, and a quick 30-second timeout. Aces are leading by 6, 10-4, and fairly cleanly played game. Again, 1 team foul on Hicksville, 2 for the Bombers. Nobody in any foul trouble, obviously, with numbers that low.
Crawl inbounds it to Phillips, and the Aces are in the move.
Off of Bergman and right back to Slattery.
Back to Bergman to Crawl. We have a moving pick by Eicher.
Also number 22, Macy Eicher, her first, team second.
So Macy picks up her first. Team foul number 2.
Izzy Smith into the game for
Slattery.
Avery.
Oh,
nice steal.
Eicher battling her way out of there.
And she
gonna
gets
get
fouled.
Number 10.
Towers.
Her first team's third.
Number 23, Emma Hickman coming into the game
Number 23, Emma
for
Hickman
Towers.
for the Bombers.
Aces with the inbound. And here we go, 3:21 to go in our opening quarter.
Phillips into ball is loose and picked up by the Bombers.
Bombers are doing a pretty good job starting to anticipate some of the long passes that the Lady Aces make.
Keese gives a pass inside to Hickman, and Hickman's shot was offline. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Edon ball. Oh, Molly.
Hand to the face.
Number 15, Molly Crawl, her first team's third.
Crawley gets team foul number 3, her first personal of the afternoon. 2:54 left in our opening quarter.
Brigner inbounds it to Keese. Over to Hickman. Goes back to Brigner. Oh,
And
jump ball.
Score remains 10-4. Aces with the lead. Hicksville gets the ball back. Kelsey Monroe is going to check in.
Phillips comes out. He's working on keeping everybody fresh.
Yep.
Crawl into the corner. Monroe back to Crawl. Inside to Lindsay Bergman. Turn around, jumper. Rolls. Good.
There we go.
That bounced about 4 times. 6 points for Bergman. Brigner shut off.
Oh,
Ball stolen by Bergman. Crawl the length of the floor. Is it to Eicher? No good. It's off to Bergman, and it's good.
Lindsay Bergman. Timeout Edon.
And Edon seen enough. They
Yeah.
need to talk things over as they find themselves all of a sudden down by 10.
Yes, 14-4.
Ace is doing a good job. And I wonder if one of the things that is going on here, Jim, is if Josh Freese is working on maybe trying some different things, rotating players in and out in anticipation of facing the Pilots on the 17th in that sectional semifinal.
Yeah. See which group works best. They've gotten the ball inside to Lindsay
Yep.
effectively.
Like I said, they're matched up in their sectional semifinal against a team that they have already played. So both coaches are going to be
Working on different things.
Yeah, they know what they're facing. So
Right. Anticipating changes. Keese from outside, 2-pointer, no good. Rebound taken off by Izzy Smith.
And I think she passed it off of
One of the Eden's feet.
Yeah. So here comes Kelsey Monroe with a minute 50.
Oh, Molly carried the ball. It's a good idea. Just got to stay on top of the ball. Brigner. Cross court it goes to Hickman. And Crawl gets the rebound. Down to Izzy Smith. Pulls up, gives it to Bergman from the free throw line.
Lindsay grabs her own rebound, kicks it back out to Slattery, and they'll reset the offense. The minute 10 to go in the quarter.
rolling. We got a pick and didn't go above the rim. Molly Hickman into the lane, puts up the runner. It's off the glass, no good, and it's touched by Hicksville last.
Yep, that was Kroll trying to get control of the basketball, but it rolled off her fingers and out of bounds. So I'll reset and give the Bombers another crack at it here.
From the corner, it's off Kaler.
And that should go to the Aces.
But it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Macy Eicher into the game for the Aces.
Eicher in for Kroll for Hicksville. Keese to inbound. Gets it into Allison Kaler.
There we go.
Yeah, a two-pointer.
Number
32.
4 points for her now. Makes it 14-6.
Eicher. Somebody move.
Yeah. Need some help, and it's a turnover.
And Ashley Kaler chased that one down. Keese. Pass. Sad pass.
Winds up in Macy Eicher's hands.
Got to get a shot.
Let's go.
Oh! Had right distance. So after the first quarter of play, it is Aces 14 and the Bombers 6.
That's 1 quarter in the books, and as we get ready for second quarter action, we'll take some time here to say a big thank you once again to our basketball broadcast underwriters, making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Once again for the 2020-2021 basketball season, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships lending us their underwriting support, making it possible for us to bring you basketball coverage from the junior high level all the way through varsity level action for both boys and girls. So remember, anytime you see Aces basketball action on Hicksville Community Television, whether it's on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page, Mediacom Channel 12, any of our platforms, they're the ones that make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Edon with the ball, and we are underway in quarter number 2.
Hickman crossed the 10-second line with it. Into the game for them is Olivia Mitchell. Shot from the corner is no good, and we have a tie-up.
Jump ball.
And Kroll and Hickman goes to Hicksville. Kroll, baseline, Bergman, back to Kroll, spin, gives it to Bergman, outside, and Kroll is pushed by Keese. Her first.
Foul number
32, Carly Keese.
Towers coming into the game for Hickman.
Team foul number 4, and we got
Hickman's-
some blood.
Yes. Got a little running down the leg. Called the doc.
Yep.
Well, they got their own. Here comes the doc with a pad. Kroll to
Slattery.
Slattery too long,
much.
and it's off. Towers out of bounds. Yeah, he's
Got to figure out who's going to take the ball out of bounds. There we go.
way to go,
Oh,
Molly.
nice.
Nice job.
5 points for her. Makes it a 16-6 game. Back to a 10-point lead for the Aces. Only a minute into this second quarter.
Yeah, there's Keese from 3. Bingo.
Ooh.
She's got 7. Avery Slattery drilling out front over to Kennedy Phillips. Phillips into the lane, 15-foot runner, and we're going to have a jump ball.
That'll be blue ball, so Bombers. 6:27 and the clock rolling. Still trailing 16-9.
Nice pass. Towers doesn't convert, and the rebound isn't either. It's off of blue. It's going to be Aces ball.
Couple of hard to believe they missed both those shots, to be honest with you.
But they were down in the rim and came back up.
Phillips back on the floor.
Cross
Down low
court to Molly. Good job.
Basketball to Molly Crawl.
You let her get squared up. I think she's a pretty good percentage shooter. Towers pass down inside. Kaler. Allison Kaler.
And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be Crawl picking up her second personal. That'll be team foul number 4, and that's going to put Allison Kaler at the line. She'll shoot 2.
Bomber substitution, number 24, Brianna Heinze.
So Eicher and Crawl will come out. Kelsey Monroe and Izzy Smith back in.
His second shot is no good, but she got her own rebound. Ball outside, Kaler again, and she's fouled again. This time by Bergman.
That'll be 2 on Lindsay.
Number 13, Lindsay Bergman, her second.
And team foul number 5. And again,
For the Bombers,
Allison Kaler at the line.
And still she's...
Well, it's a good one to foul for the Lady Aces.
Yes.
0 for 3 now.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. 1 for 4 at the line. Give her 3 points for the afternoon. Monroe coming over. Avery Slattery into the lane, puts up the runner. It rolls good.
Yeah.
Avery Slattery.
Slattery hits the bucket, and she'll go to the line.
Foul. 24. Heinze.
Heinze. That's her second and team foul number 5, and another timeout on the floor.
Sydney Bigwell into the game for the Bombers.
So that'll be the Aces with a full 1-minute timeout.
Yep.
So again, they're up by 10, but still Josh Freese calling the timeout to go over some things. So you can definitely tell they're kind of getting things fine-tuned.
Yeah.
They've only got a couple more games after they finish Edon here today. They're both at home, so we'll have the next couple as they close out the regular season here on Hicksville Community Television, coming up on February the 9th, which is next week on Tuesday. They'll be taking on the Lady Eagles of North Central, and then they'll finish up the regular season hosting the Lady Apaches on February the 11th. Unless they got a makeup game in there somewhere that I don't know about.
That'll be a game that they will have to be prepared for. Fairview is officially now the league champions.
Yeah, that will be the Avery Slattery shoots 1. But yes, it will be...
Get us a towel, Coach.
I guess they must have missed some of the blood from earlier, because evidently there's biological material on the floor.
Yes, we'll have to get that cleaned up.
So I'm guessing as Avery was lining up to take the shot, they noticed that one of the Bomber players had a scratch on her leg that was bleeding. So I'm guessing a few drops hit the floor and nobody's noticed them until just now.
Assistant co-athletic athletic director, hot, directing things, making the dock clean it up.
Yep. And that means that between sessions here, when they wrap up this varsity game, they're going to have some people out there scrubbing that section of the floor down. They'll be spraying, or they'll bring in one of the big industrial
One of the scrubbers?
disinfectors.
Disinfector.
Yeah, they have these big,
Really?
they're like these big spray things.
Wow. Oh, get to it.
Slattery misses it.
Yep.
Oh,
And Towers is up the floor with the ball. To Keese. Over to Brigner. Brigner back to Keese. Brigner down low inside to Kaler. Keese over to Towers. It's off. No good. And
no, put
that's
back.
not a good thing. Ashley Kaler picked up the garbage and put it in.
It makes it a 12 or an 8-point game, 20-12. Ace is still with the lead.
Off her foot. Had a nice idea. If she
Yeah.
could have got it to her, that was wide open. Macy Eicher rolling inside. Ball again deflected.
Out into the hall.
The long arms of the Kaler. Now she moved back into the middle of the zone. Avery Slattery over to Marcy Eicher, her cousin. Avery with it. Oh, high post, that's what he's yelling. With Macy in the post. Phillips outside. Across to Monroe, back to Phillips. Over to Avery. Get the ball out of there.
Tied up. She travels.
Couldn't keep one foot nailed
Yeah.
down. 3:55 remaining in the first half here.
Bombers down by 8, but they've got the ball.
Towers with it. Over to Keese. Going to shoot a three.
Yep.
Ball is off at Kaler, and Ashley couldn't chase it down. So Hicksville gets it out of bounds.
Eicher.
Oh, look good.
Yeah, just a little too much on it.
Too long. Keese with it. The Towers inside. Nice deflection. Keep it away from Ashley Kaler. Ball goes into middle again. Keese from outside. Ball is tipped away, and Brigner puts up a shot.
And
Somebody
Smith
better
comes up
get
with
it
it.
from White.
Izzy wisely slows down and lets the rest of the team catch up to her. Let them set their offense. They're up by 8, so they don't need to do the run and gun.
No. Oh. Keese across the line with it. Brigner inside, deflected away by
Slattery.
Avery.
Into the game for the Bombers, number 22.
22.
22 and 23 come in.
This is number 15, Molly Craw.
Reiner and Hickman. Molly Crawl coming back in, as is Bergman.
Macy Eicher and Izzy Smith will have a seat.
Hickman drives in, puts up the shot. It's no good. Molly Crawl with the rebound. Crawl right in the middle. Go. That's away. That girl ran right away from it. 9 points for Molly.
Under 2 minutes to go in the half.
Hickman shot deflected, and Crawl gets the rebound and gets fouled. 22.
Team foul number 6, so one away from the bonus for the Lady Aces.
1:44 left in the half. Phillips to Monroe. Bring it out. It's away. Crawl to Phillips. Back out on top to Avery. Monroe to Bergman. Shot is up, and she is.
Yeah, we've got
There was a foul.
clutching the ankle.
Yep.
So that's going to be a foul on number 22.
Paige Brigner.
Brigner gets her third personal foul and twists her ankle.
She may be done for the rest of the night.
She's mighty gingerly. She's got some pretty heavy braces on both of her ankles.
Yeah.
So 2 shots. Or maybe it's a 1-and-1. I'm not sure for Bergman.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. She's going to get another shot anyway.
Into the game for the Aces.
Izzy Smith in for Molly Crawl. Don't need to have her out there.
Nope. Bergman second.
Got
also
it.
good. Gives her 10.
Number 22,
Macy Eicher back in for Bergman. Bergman now has 10.
Yep. And Ashley Kaler of the Kaler twins. Moving it around.
Up, we have a foul.
That'll be a 2-shot foul.
Number 3.
3. Avery Slattery.
Her first.
Team foul number 6. And number 23
Hickman
at the line.
in and out.
Ooh.
So the 2 offensive players come back in, and the 2 defensive players come off. Free throw is good.
Got it.
1 point for Emma Hickman. For the
They've only
afternoon.
hit 2 free throws
Yeah.
so far in this first half.
Good pass. Good pass. Get it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
by Lindsey Bergman.
Lindsey Bergman, bucket, and she's going to go to the line again. She's been cleaning up so far today.
Got 12.
And she's been hitting her free throws, too, which is a good thing.
Yep.
That's her first.
26-13 as the Aces double it up on the Bombers with 44.8 seconds, and Bergman at the line to complete a 3-point play.
Oh.
Almost got the
Yeah.
rebound.
Hickman up the floor.
And she gets the steal. Bergman knocks it loose, and Smith is there to grab it.
That's a good. Now we might be holding the ball for a while.
Up by 13.
Phillips inside to Bergman. Jumper. Oh, in and out. Oh, darn it. Don't go reaching like that.
So Bergman will commit the foul. That's her third.
go to the other end and shoot 1-1.
I'd say more importantly, that is team foul number 7. So it's 1-1.
Ashley Kaler at the line, shooting 1.
And Ashley Kaler will be at the line.
And she missed it.
Ooh, wow.
That was a collision with the bench. Wow.
Number 14, Sydney Bigwell into the game.
And they're going to say last touched by Edon.
Yep.
21.6 seconds, and
Izzy Smith coming back out. Molly Crawl on the floor. Bergman is out of there.
they'll hold for the last shot here.
We have 14 left. Phillips to Avery, to Kennedy, to Avery. Darn.
And that'll be.
Had the right idea. 26-13, Aces lead at the half.
So we've reached the intermission of the varsity contest. And again, Lady Aces leading by 13. Our halftime score, it's Hicksville 26, Edon 13. We are going to take a break, but we invite you to stay with us. Jim and I will be back. We'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Welcome back to the Red Zone, as we're just a few minutes, a little over a minute away from getting the third quarter underway. If you are just joining us, our halftime score, it's the Lady Aces leading the Lady Bombers of Edon 26-13. I'm Bill Murphy along with Jim Seiler, Chris Warner running the camera. Jim is going to have to be leaving us at some point here during the second half. But before we bid adieu to Jim for at least for a little while, let's run down some unofficial scores. Edon Bombers in the first half were led in scoring by number 32, Carly Keys. Keys had a couple of buckets and a three-pointer for 7. And then after that, Ashley Kaler with a bucket for 2. Her twin sister, Allison Kaler, had a bucket and a free throw for 3. And it was Emma Hickman with a free throw for 1, and that adds up to their 13 points, Jim.
For Hicksville, it was Avery Slattery. She had a basket for 2. Molly Crawl had 3 buckets for 6 and a tray. So she ended up with 9 for the half. And Lindsay Bergman was the top scorer for everybody. She had 4 baskets and 4 for 5 at the free throw line for a total of 12.
And Kelsey Monroe, I think, snuck in a three-pointer, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I even had it circled.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was quite the shot from down in the corner.
Yes.
So, and it kind of gave them a push right when they needed it.
Right.
So,
yep.
And I would say if there's an Achilles heel that I've noticed for the Lady Bombers, it's the free throw line.
Yes. Nice play. Get in the hole. Nice cut, nice run. 24 with the foul. Heinze.
That's 3 on Brianna. So Paige Briner and Brianna Heinze both with 3 personals.
Nope.
Molly. For the Lady Aces, Bergman starts off this third quarter with 3 personal fouls as well.
Nope.
Missed them both.
No. This Keese to Brigner, ball knocked away.
Nice job.
Picked off, and Miss Phillips
Gets
grabbed
tied
it.
up.
It will be out of bounds to the Bombers. Ashley Kaler to Miss Keese. Brigner goes around the other side. Ashley Kaler.
Ball's loose on the floor.
And, of course, it's a jump ball.
And that goes back to the Aces.
Into
Yeah, right in the midst of all that, it was kind of hard to see, but I think Kaler bounced it off of her own foot, and it kind of caromed off of somebody's knee, and then it hit the floor, and then everybody was going after the loose ball.
So Allison Kaler came into the game, number 34.
Both the Aces seniors on the floor right now, Monroe and Phillips. Only 2 on the squad this year.
There you are. Jumper.
Oh.
Deflected. This Keese on a runner, it's up no good. And we're going to have a foul. Travel.
Oh, all right. Good job. I thought Molly might have picked up her 3rd personal. And
I think they were going to be a jump ball, and then the girl shuffled her feet, and that makes it a travel instead of the jump ball. At least the officials discussed it without being verbal. Lizzie. Good. Bring it back.
oh,
Oh,
out of bounds.
had the right idea.
Yep.
Knew where to head anyway. Go after it. Wow, she about went down.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh,
Kennedy
nice
over the
pass. It doesn't get the hoop, but
Yep, got the foul. 33 blue.
Ashley Kaler. That's team foul number 2. Bergman so far has done a good job at the line.
Substitution number 24, Brianna Heinze.
Jump somebody over the line.
Bergman hits it, but they wave it off, so it stays 27-13.
Keese drives by and puts it in.
27-15 now.
9 points for Keese. Inside Avery and puts
nice.
it up. 4 points for Avery. Brigner. Pass intended for Towers, deflected out of bounds by Avery Slattery. Keese to Towers. Towers chased down the pass. Nice steal. Go with it. Nope.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Crawl,
Man.
nice job with the stop, the hesitation to let the defender fly by her, and then puts it up and in.
And didn't, I said no, and that's because she didn't shoot the glass and go for the rim.
So timeout on the floor from the Edon Bombers, called by their head coach, Kayla Walker. They trail the Aces now by 16, 31-15 the score. Full 1 minute timeout as they need to figure out some way to stop the bleeding here. And at this point, we're going to say goodbye to Jim Seiler and hope he has safe travels up to Edgerton, that busy metropolis to the north. And Jim will be returning. He will be returning for boys basketball later this afternoon, or early this evening, as the Bombers get the ball inbounds. We come out of the timeout. I'll work it down against the full court press. Down into the corner. That's Towers. They'll move it back around out to the top of the key to Keys. Keys working against Bergman, puts the shot up and good. Back the other way with the Lady Aces. Here's Kennedy Phillips. Down low to Slattery off to the wing and Izzy Smith. Smith drives the baseline, puts it up off the rim, no good. And a tie-up between Kroll and I think that's Ashley Kaler. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to the Bombers. Keese inbounds the ball, and we're underway. Still 31-17. Smith almost gets the steal. As Bignell down low, it's deflected into the hands of Molly Kroll. Kroll comes back the other way, long pass down. Slattery drives to the hoop and puts it up and in. Slattery with her 6th point. And we're going to have a whistle and a turnover. Eicher will come back into the game.
Substitution number 12, Olivia Mitchell.
Inbounds to Slattery. Slattery alley-oop down to Kroll. Kroll almost loses it, and it's slapped out of bounds. I think it's going to stay with the Lady Aces. Slattery gets the ball inbounds to Monroe with 3:53. 33-17 Aces with the lead and the basketball. Third quarter action here at the red zone. Monroe working it inside to Kroll. Kroll sees the opportunity, takes the shot, doesn't quite get the roll. And we're going to have a whistle and a jump ball called. It should stay with Hicksville. 3:36 to go in quarter number 3. Lady Aces with the ball on the possession arrow. In, and that's going to be a foul, and that's going to send Kroll to the line to shoot 2. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Bombers. And that's going to be Sydney Bignell picking up her first personal. Again, team foul number 3, and Kroll at the line shooting 2. Boom. $12 points now for Molly, and she's got one more coming. It's 34-17. Kroll hits them both. And into the game for Hicksville, number 14, Aubrey Baird. Bombers, ball slapped out of there by Slattery and picked back up by Mitchell. And then another turnover, and it's going to be an over and back. So Baird, number 14 for the Lady Aces, out there making actually her varsity debut, at least here on the home floor. Bombers with the ball. Long pass. Mitchell puts the ball up in the air. No good. And it's going to be off the hands of Ashley Kaler, out of bounds to the Lady Aces. Avery Slattery will bring the ball up across the timeline. 2:58 to go in our third quarter. Slattery over to Baird. Down into the corner to Monroe. We'll continue to work it around the perimeter. Again, the Aces can afford to be patient. Air ball out of bounds and can't be saved by Macy Eicher. So it'll be a turnover back to the Bombers. Trailing 35-17, here comes Edon. Down low, shot up off the bottom of the iron, no good, and we're going to have a whistle. And a jump ball, and that'll stay with Edon underneath the hoop. Carly Keys coming over to handle the inballs. Kroll and Phillips are going to check into the game for the Lady Aces. Slattery will come out as well as Bergman. So here we go, ready for the inbounds play. Quick bounce. She bounced it off of Kroll's backside and grabbed it and then put it up. So 2 points for Keys to make it 35-19. On the other end of the floor, Monroe down to Kroll, and Kroll's gonna call the timeout, so the whistle was not for a foul. Be a full 1 minute timeout for the Lady Aces. That'll be the third one called by Coach Josh Freese. The Lady Aces have 2 timeouts remaining for the remainder of the game. They lead 35-19 here in the third quarter. Again, so far the Aces are in good shape as far as fouls are concerned. They haven't committed any fouls yet in this second half. The Bombers have 3 team fouls so far in this third quarter. As it is a 16-point lead for Hicksville. And they should have the ball out of bounds on, I think it'll be side quarter on the baseline. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds on the baseline. Monroe going to handle the inbounds. 2:06 to go. Quick inbounds to Kroll off glass and good. Kroll hits the inbound shot, make it 37-19. Edon on the other end, alley-oop pass, up and good for Ashley Kaler. Kaler with 4 points now to make it 37-21. Back to his 16-point lead for Hicksville. Kroll with the ball, top of the key, over to Phillips on the wing. Phillips 3-ball, bingo! Phillips first points of the night as she buries the 3 to make it a 40-21 game with 1:25 to go. Down low, up. Shot's no good, but she draws the foul, and that's going to send Ashley Kaler to the line to shoot 2. Monroe picks up her first personal in team foul number 1. Ashley Kaler hits the first one.
Into the game for the Bombers, number 10.
Towers back into the game for Edon. She'll spell Mitchell. And Baird will come out and Bergman back in. Bergman will come in actually for Macy Eicher. And Avery Slattery back into the game. And also coming back into the game, number 22, Paige Briner. Briner has 3 personal fouls and was out for a while because it looked like she had twisted her ankle a little bit. Second free throw for Ashley Kaler is good. Kaler makes it a 40-23 game, 17-point lead for the Lady Aces with 1:15 to go in our third quarter. Down low to Kroll. Kroll loses it but gets it right back, puts it up, no good. And Monroe grabs the rebound and she'll get tied up with Keys, and it'll be a jump ball and it'll stay with the Aces. Monroe inbounds to Kroll. Kroll to Phillips. Phillips take it back out, toss it over to Molly. Molly works it in. Now Slattery drives into the paint, puts up the shot off the back of the iron, no good. Grabs her own board, and we're going to have another whistle under the hoop. That'll be a foul, and that's going to send Avery Slattery to the line to shoot 2.
Her second.
That'll be the second foul on Sydney Bignell, and that's team foul number 4 for the Bombers. That one's good for Avery Slattery. And Hayden Neihart also getting a chance for some varsity minutes. She's into the game. Slattery in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Keys, brings it across the timeline, tosses it over to Bignell. Bignell back to Keys, and she travels. Smith will come back into the game. And Monroe will step out. Down low and picked off by Briner. Gets it to Keys. Keys down into the corner. Shot is up by Tower, no good. Smith tries to get the rebound, loose on the floor, scooped up by Phillips. Phillips tosses it over to Kroll. Kroll long cross court to Slattery. Slattery goes to the hoop, knocked out of her hands. And we come back the other way with Keys. Keys holds up, tosses it over. Shot up by Tower is good. It's a long two. Towers hits the long two right at the buzzer, and we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Aces leading the Bombers now 41-25. We'll get ready for fourth quarter action and take some time to say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, whether you're looking for one that is brand spanking new or pre-owned, be it a car, truck, van, or SUV, you can stop by and check out the great selection they have on the lots at Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and at Jim Schmidt Ford. You can also check out the complete dealer inventory online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio. We're so proud to have them as our basketball broadcast underwriters. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford. Online, jimschmidtauto.com, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio. Fourth quarter underway. Bill Murphy here with you as the Bombers shooting for three off the glass, off the rim, no good. Rebound put up, no good, but a whistle and a foul, and that's going to send Allison Kaler to the line. Bergman picks up her fourth foul.
At the line shooting two is Allison Kaler.
And that's team foul number 2. Allison Kaler at the line shooting 2. In and out, no good. She'll get one more. 7:51 left in the game. Second one, also off the back of the iron, no good. Grabbed by Kennedy Phillips. She'll quickly toss it over to Kroll. Molly down in the corner, Izzy Phillips. She'll pull the trigger off the glass, off the rim, no good. Loose on the floor, rolls out of bounds, and it should be Aces ball. One official indicated a jump ball, which I don't think it would have been. It was last touched by, so yeah, they've got it straightened out. The possession arrow didn't change. Okay. Down low to Bergman. Bergman puts it up, off the rim, no good. Tries for her own rebound, it's loose. Grabbed by Bignell. Bignell still working it around. Tosses it over to Keys. Keys guarded by Smith. Keys gets it across the timeline for the Bombers. Guarded by Kroll. Keys alley-oop pass inside, deflected and scooped up by Avery Slattery, and here come the Lady Aces. Slattery takes it down low, goes for the hoop, and he gets partially blocked. Grabbed by Towers. Towers across the timeline, holds up, gets it over to Briner. Briner tosses it over, and now it's in the hands of Keys. Keys down low to Towers. Towers puts it up, no good. And again up, and this time up and good from Allison Kaler. And the Aces are going to take another timeout with 6:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hicksville with the lead 41-27. And they're going to take a full 1 minute timeout. The Aces will have one timeout remaining for the remainder of the game. And give me time to jot down the two JV players who got brought up and are getting some varsity minutes tonight. Said right now it's Hayden Nyhart out there on the floor. And also out there, number 5, Leah Seitz, who has been going back and forth with the JV and the varsity. And also out there tonight is Aubrey Baird. So 3 of the JV players out on the floor here for the fourth quarter. And we're going to have a foul.
Foul number 32, Carly Keese.
And that will be Carly Keese's second personal foul. And team foul number 5 for the Bombers. Out of bounds to the Lady Aces. Monroe tries to get it into Nyhart, and we're going to have it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Aces. So Monroe, once again, to handle the inbounds with 6:26 to go in regulation. Gets it in to Seitz, and Seitz has it knocked loose and dribbled out of bounds by Towers. So they'll move Monroe over to the corner now, and she'll get it into Leah Seitz. Seitz to the free throw line, puts it up off the back of the rim, no good. And we're going to have another foul as Nyhart hits the deck. And that'll be Allison Kaler getting her first personal. Team foul number 6. And they'll pause for a moment. Nyhart has to tie her shoe. It stepped on the shoelace. And again, common foul. Macy Eicher to Aubrey Baird. Baird to Leah Seitz. Eicher pulls the trigger from three-point land, no good. Saved on the sideline, and we're going to have another whistle. And that will be out of bounds to the Edon Bombers. 6:03 to go. Aces one foul away from being put into the bonus. And that's a bad pass. Loose, out of bounds, and that should go to the Lady Aces. 41-27, Hicksville with the lead. Aubrey Baird inbounds it to Kelsey Monroe, who gives it right back to Baird. Lady Aces again run the offense. Nyhart gets the ball, loses it, gets it back. Nyhart in a bit of a battle with Briner. That'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to the Bombers on the possession arrow. So Edon gets the ball back with 5:35 to go. Bignell tosses it to Towers. Towers to Keys. And the ball loose and out of bounds, and that should go to the Lady Aces. And we're going to have another timeout, a quick 30-second, and this one called by the Lady Bombers and head coach Kayla Walker. So again, the Aces sort of have this one in hand, and they're taking the opportunity to get some of their younger players some experience out there on the floor. You never know when you're going to need to be able to substitute deep on your bench when you get into the tournament. So again, Aubrey Baird and Hayden Nyhart out there on the floor right now, along with Leah Seitz and Macy Eicher and Kelsey Monroe representing the regular varsity players out there. Baird having some problems with Keys, gets it to Nyhart. Nyhart out to the top of the key, back to Baird. And we're going to have a whistle as Keys hits the deck. that'll be Nyhart picking up her first personal foul. And team foul number 3 for the Lady Aces. Ball inbounds to Keys. Just under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Keys down to Bignell, puts it up off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound put back up, and that's good for Allison Kaler. Makes it a 41-29 point game. Mass substitutions too by the Lady Aces as Kroll back out on the floor along with Phillips, Smith, Bergman, and Slattery. Down into the corner, Towers puts it up, and that's good. 4 points now for Towers. Makes it a 10-point game, 41-31. Nice pass up and in for Izzy Smith. Smith's first points of the night. Back the other way. Sydney Bignell passes it down. It's off the hands of Keys and out of bounds. And it'll be Aces ball. Kroll will get it into Slattery. Past the halfway point of this fourth quarter now with 3:40 left to go in regulation. Bergman turnaround up, no good. Gets her own rebound, bounce pass to Kroll. Kroll puts it up and in. Bergman gets the assist. Kroll gets the bucket. It's 45-31. Back to a 14-point lead. Keys on the wing, looking things over. Gets it down low. They'll kick it right back out, but it's stolen by Smith. And that's going to be Bignell picking up her third personal, and that's team foul number 7. So we'll head down to the other end, and Izzy Smith is going to shoot 1 and 1.
Also substituting for the Bombers, number 23.
So Carly Keys will come out, and in for her, number 23, Emma Hickman. All right, so here we go. 1 and 1 for Izzy Smith. And she gets the front end. So she'll get the bonus. 46-31 now. One more free throw pending, but they'll pause long enough to let one of the Bombers tie her shoelace. There we go. One more for Smith. In and out, no good. Rebound, up and in by Bergman. Bergman makes it 48-31, 17-point lead. Slapped out of bounds by Slattery. It'll stay with the Bombers with 3:02 to go. Eicher and Monroe will come in. Smith and Phillips will step out for the Lady Aces. Towers gets the ball in to Hickman. Back to Towers. Hickman takes the shot, in and out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Bergman. Bergman battling away. And she's going to go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. And Allison Kaler will pick up her second and team foul number 8. 2:48 to go. Bergman at the line shooting 1 and 1. No good. Rebound comes down to Ashley Kaler. And knocked out of bounds by Eicher. It'll stay with the Bombers. Towers going to handle the inbounds for Edon. She gets it into Hickman. Hickman over to Bignell and back to Towers. Hickman down low, puts up the runner, off the glass, no good. Loose on the floor, bouncing around. Still rolling around, scooped up by Towers. She puts it up, in and out, no good. And we're going to have a whistle and a jump ball, and that'll go to the Aces. With 2:20 left in regulation. Slattery with the ball. Avery will bring it across the timeline. Macy Eicher on the wing. Into Crawl at the free throw line, just short off the front of the rim. A whistle, and it looks like another jump ball. And that will be Edon's. As Aubrey Baird will check back in for Avery Slattery. Hickman with the ball for the Bombers. 2 minutes to go in regulation. Hickman drives, and she's going to draw the foul. So Baird picks up her first personal foul, team foul number 4. And Emma Hickman will shoot 2 with 1:59 left in the game. Hickman gets the first one, so she gets a varsity point. That's her second varsity point, as a matter of fact. And she gets the friendly bounce and gets them both to fall. On the other end of the floor, Monroe to Crawl. Crawl loses the dribble out of bounds, and it'll turn it back over to the Bombers. 48-33, the Aces comfortably in the lead with 15-point advantage. Edon with the ball, Towers across the timeline to Hickman. Bounce down low, and the ball is lost by Ashley Kaler. Molly Crawl tosses it down to Kelsey Monroe. Back to Crawl. Crawl into the arch and puts up the shot, no good. Bignell comes back the other way. Sydney drives towards the paint. Runs into some trouble. Ball is loose up in the air, and it's going to be a 2-shot foul. And that will be the end of the evening for Lindsey Bergman, as she will foul out with 1:19 to go in the fourth quarter. And Lindsey will leave the game with 15 points to her credit. Molly Crawl will check out as well. Leah Seitz back into the game along with Nyhart. First shot is up and good for Bignell. That's her first point of the game. And that one's no good. And we're going to have a whistle. And that was Ashley Kaler picking up her third personal. Team foul number 9, and that's going to put Macy Eicher at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Also checking into the game now is Alyssa Seitz, number 30, off the JV squad. And coming into the game for Edon, number 20, and that's Jenna Dulley, and number 11, Natalie Speckman. That one is good for Eicher. And the second one is not. Makes it 49-34. Bignell with the ball for the Bombers. And the quick stoppage of play for a quick substitution as Olivia Mitchell, number 12, into the game now for the Bombers. And pretty much, with the exception of Eicher, you got a JV squad out there right now for the Lady Aces. And it's going to be a tie-up. And that's going to be Aubrey Baird picking up her second personal, team foul number 6. Smackman gets the ball in to Mitchell. Mitchell with 57 seconds. Smackman puts up the shot, no good. Grabbed by Nyhart. She'll toss it over to Baird. Baird with 46 seconds. Feeds it off to Seitz. Back to Baird. Over to Alyssa Seitz. And Nyhart. They'll run the wheel a little bit. Now Macy Eicher, bounce pass. Alyssa Seitz puts it up, no good. Ball's grabbed by Allison Kaler. She gets it to Mitchell with 22 seconds. Down low, grabbed by Spackman. Spackman's going to put it up, partially blocked, loose on the floor. Shot is up, off the glass, in and out, no good, and a tie-up between Nyhart and Dooley. Possession arrow gives it to the Aces with 9.3 seconds. They don't even have to go across the timeline. They can just stand there and dribble. And there it is. 49-34, the final score, as the Lady Aces win the varsity matchup against the Bombers. And I will do as quick as I can to compile the scores. On both sides here. Just bear with me. All right, here we go. Unofficial scores for this varsity matchup. Let's begin with the Lady Bombers on the short end of the scoreboard. They were led in scoring by number 32, Carly Keese. Keese had 7 in the first half, and she added 6 more in the second half on 3 field goals to finish the game unofficially with 13 points to her credit. Following her was Allison Kaler. Kaler had 3 field goals and a free throw for 7. Ashley Kaler right behind her with a couple of buckets and 2 free throws for 6. It was 2 field goals and 4 points for Karen Towers. 3 free throws for 3 points for Emma Hickman, and Sydney Bignell with 1 free throw and 1 point to her credit. For the Aces, a couple of players in double figures, leading all scorers tonight, Molly Krall. Krall had a total of 6 field goals, a 3-pointer, and a couple of free throws, to finish the afternoon with 17 points. Lindsey Bergman, who fouled out with just about a minute left in the game, finishes up with 5 field goals and 5 free throws and 15 points. After that, Avery Slattery with 3 buckets and a free throw for 7. 3 points on a 3-pointer for Kennedy Phillips. 3 points on a bucket and a free throw for Izzy Smith. 3 points on a 3-pointer for Kelsey Monroe. And a field goal, or make that a free throw, and 1 point for Macy Eicher. And there you have it, 49-34, the final score. So the Aces winners in both the contests here this afternoon. If you missed our earlier live stream, it was the JVs also defeating the Lady Bombers 29-22. Hey, we want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Misters Overmeyer and Hott, for giving us our space and allowing us to bring you the live stream coverage this afternoon. We appreciate that very much. Thanks also to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, online JimSchmidtAuto.com for underwriting our basketball coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage this afternoon. A program note that coming up a little bit later, just before 6 o'clock, we will be back on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, as we'll have live stream coverage of boys basketball later tonight, as the Aces will be hosting the Blackbirds of Pettisville for JV and varsity action. So we will have that coming your way a little before 6 o'clock again tonight. So until then, for Jim Seiler, who had to leave a little bit early, and for Chris Warner, who's operating the iPad camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, saying good afternoon and good sports.